Yeah. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that. But he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like
the first play of the game. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So here are the Packers now with great starting field position. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. This is caught. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and end up making the play.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jayden Reed, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score. Packers.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The play fake, now Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third down, Young from the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Ready?
They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. From the left side, it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Ready, 38. Ready.
Throw left side complete. That's Reed. And this will result in it losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here's Love to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Throwing. Love. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Got him there for the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, their offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Carolina getting set to take the field. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one was taking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Let's go. 45. Wide.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Ready, ready. Come on, set.
Young. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Lambeau. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Counter play with Jacobs. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
50, green.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That's good for a Green Bay.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Former first-rounder Derek Brown living up to the billing on that stop.
Loss of 2. It brings up 2nd and 12. At the 18-yard line.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Now Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it's a Packers touchdown. Tucker Kraft, a 7-yard Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. McManus now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Well, this time they'll just keep this on the ground. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Come on, set. 60 rest.
Looking to throw, Young. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here.
Formation for Carolina.
Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Skirts by him at the 35. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Here we set.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Hope you all had a happy Halloween. Some of the celebrations still going on as we've reached the first weekend of November, and that's just fine. Let's get into the highlights. Our trip around the league starts now, and it kicks off in South Florida. The Dolphins at home to take on the Baltimore Ravens. And this is Keaton Mitchell. He'll find an opening and take it in, a 6-yard rushing touchdown. Next up, we go to the Steel City. We'll check in on the Steelers as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And it's the veteran Aaron Rodgers. One of his 2 touchdown passes here in the first half. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Steelers having their way. They lead 24-0 at halftime. One last one to show you, and it's in Detroit. It's the Lions hosting the Minnesota Vikings. And it's Jared Goff. He's got a couple of touchdown passes in this first half, including this one. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Lions with the lead at the half. One final look at the rest of the scores from week number 9 with Cleveland, the Jets, Philly, and Tampa Bay all on the midseason bye. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Here we go. Cut.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Here's 3rd and 10.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Love looking to throw it. Now this aired out deep for Reed. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! Packers. Jayden Reed, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers are able to stretch out their lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. Looking to put a drive together. They'll begin this series with a give to Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Young now. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him back. Able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grade.
Under pressure, they got him again. Drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Ready.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down. At the Panthers' 18.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Jacobs. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. And it's caught. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
Here we go. Cut.
They go with Jacobs. And he'll walk it to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd down.
Young set to throw. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The center receiver in motion to the right. Now Young. And he's going to be brought down. 6-yard line. Here's Sam Martin now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Shifts by him. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Second down and a yard.
Second down at the 37-yard line.
Ready. Ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. Credit him with a 1 yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Down. Ready.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. Shreds him with his stiff arm. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Green Bay, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.